Okay, so it's time to talk about Magi 274. Now, it is now 100% confirmed Sinbad is involved directly. He's going straight to fucking Ballbad. You know who else is there? Fucking Cohen. Dude, dudes and dudettes, are you guys understanding what this implies? Do you understand the magnitude of what Sinbad going to Ballbad means? I'll spell it out. Well, I'm not going to spell it out. I'm just going to say it. Sinbad versus Cohen. Can you guys handle that kind of hype? I don't think I can. That look, Cohen was so like largely hyped up. He has, I believe, 3 metal vessels. Um, I strongly believe he is the most powerful character in the Ko Empire. Well over Hakuryu, well over, Kome, Koha, Kogyoku, um, you know, Hakuryu. Did I say Hakuryu already? Over Gyokuen, potentially. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, this he didn't show. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he never showed his full power in the fight against the Althaman thing in that war. Um, I can't. All of a sudden, I can't remember the name, but I think because he didn't ever really have to, because so many people were there, um, and not that his full power could have done anything to that thing anyway, because it took all of them to even damage it, and that still they needed a friendship speech to get rid of it. So yeah, I guess let's move on because I can go off on a tangent for a very long time about how this could be such a monumental fight with Sinbad versus Cohen, where we might see like a battle on a level well over Judar versus Aladdin, the one that we just saw, where Aladdin literally just shoved him into space and just he couldn't like into orbit basically where he couldn't even come back or whatever. Um, and so um, this could be the grandest scale fight, one-on-one fight. I should clarify that we've had in Magi so far. I firmly believe that. Because at this point, there's no way Hakuryu is going to go after Kohen. Um, it's just not happening. Hakuryu can't fight at this point. Uh, I guess, Sasan and all them, they're just going to do what they can in the Kanan Plains. But the real fight's going to be at Balbad. Um, so, as I said before, the whole invade, never be invaded, the conquer, never be conquered, never conquer, never be conquered, is still being upheld here because, well, for one, I didn't, I said the wrong thing last week or whatever. Last time I said that, you know, instead of, they're not conquering or invading per se, they're just weakening them. Uh, no, this is actually, they consider Hakuryu the correct and rightful king to the Ko Empire and have officially made the Ko Empire a a subsidiary of the Seven Seas Alliance, or whatever you want to call it, like an ally, part of the alliance. So in their minds, it's actually more or less the never be conquered aspect of it because they're defending the Ko Empire, not invading it in their particular minds, or at least we don't know if that's exactly their minds, like their mindset, but we know that's the excuse at least. That's at least the answer that they're giving. and it makes sense, complete sense. I think I went I think I went into great detail why Sinbad aligning with Hakuryu is such a brilliant idea. So if you don't get it, go back to my 273 review slash rant slash discussion, I guess. And so um, I guess the next thing I'll talk about is how Hakue has actually betrayed the Ko Empire and has sided with Sinbad. Now, well, sided with Hakuryu, but my bad. But that genuinely surprises Kome because the Sasan army would not have been able to pass through Tenzan without Hakue's permission, or you know, without her fighting them. In which case, they would have known. And so she quietly let them through, uh, tacitly conceding that to uh, the Seven Seas Alliance, and in fact, joining them on the ship to Balbad. And so, Hakue, I'm sort of disappointed in her, um, that she's going with Hakuryu at this point. I was kind of hoping she would go against him, but whatever. Hakue is she's pretty much doomed the Ko Empire at this point, uh, and so I think they're pretty fucked right now. Kogoku and Koha are likely to get wrecked on the battlefield right there and then, and Kome, I mean, he's gonna fall eventually if this keeps going, and Koen is gonna lose to Sinbad, in my opinion. Um, as strong as I think Koen is, I think the most powerful character is Sinbad right now, at least. It'll be Aladdin by the end of the series. Maybe him and Alibaba combined are the strongest character um, eventually, but right now, I think the most powerful character is Sinbad, and I think he's going to reveal one of the seven that he's conquered that he has not shown yet, and just completely annihilate Cohen at the very end after a really good fight. This is what I foresee at this point. It could change. Look, I before I'm stuttering on my words because I'm so like hyped at the shit, but before I was saying the opposite. I'm like, Hakuryu is fucked. They're gonna kill him. Hopefully, Cohen's gonna do it. I knew it wasn't gonna be that simple, but I still thought that Hakuryu was gonna get his ass whooped in the end. I was so wrong. Or the Hobbit meme. I've never been so wrong. Uh, so yeah, I mean, the Seven Seas, they're all there, all of them, and it's like, what the fuck? So Hakuryu is in fact, I mean, he's kind of sad that he couldn't do it on his own, which is what I was talking about last week. I think I mentioned it, like that he didn't want to win like this, but he called them in once he knew he couldn't, because that's what he said, I think, in the last chapter. He was like, it couldn't be helped, but whatever. So apparently Judar can use his magic again, and him and Alibaba are just, they're trying to rush back, and I'm wondering. This is where the theories start to pile up. It's what difference is it going to make when Judar and Alibaba get back to the Earth? Back to Balbad. I'm guessing they'll go to Balbad, but they might go to the Conan Plains. We don't know. What happens when they make it back? I could say for sure there's going to be great importance because one, Judar is a Magi. There's no way he's unimportant on a battlefield ever. Two, Alibaba is very strong as well, and he has a lot of hmm, how do we say it? He has a lot of emotional influence where all of a sudden now Morgiana, now Aladdin, a lot of them now are going to get involved as soon as Alibaba gets back, um, because at this point Aladdin is just dead. I mean, he's emotionally dead at this point, and he needs his boy to come back. He needs his king vessel. So yeah, I mean, how they're gonna get back, how fast, and how he's gonna get his old body back, because there's no way he's staying in that little cactuar bean sprout thing the rest of the series. So he's either gonna get a new body or his old body back. Either way, I mean, I guess they're gonna have to, maybe find the Philosopher's Stone and shit like that. I'm just kidding. Yes, I know I've made that comparison to Full Metal before, but it's still funny. Anyway, that's it. This chapter was pretty good. Oh, and I ship Hawkaway and Sinbad not so secretly, just 'cause they look good together. Just saying. It's nothing serious. I'm just, before you guys get on my case, it's not serious. It's just half serious. So yeah, thanks for listening to my rambling and my hype and stuttering over my words because I'm hype. And we'll see you guys next time.